Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we got some CC, we got some Cinder on the docket. It is the last night of streams before we make our way to the World Championship this weekend in Philly. I'm super pumped. I'm very excited. Oh, I have to burp from dinner, apparently. Oh, anyway, I'm super pumped for Philly this weekend. I'm excited to see everybody. I'm excited to hang out. Like, should be a lot of fun. Should be a really good weekend. Like one of my favorite things is that even if I don't do well at these big events, like it's always a good time just to go and hang out and see everybody. I firmly believe the community is the best part of the game. So we fly out Thursday, land, get into Philly around like 4 or 4:30 or something like that, I think. I am going to be streaming the keynote Thursday night. So for anybody who has not heard, they are not live streaming the keynote due to like some logistical issues and like getting the equipment into like getting the equipment and doing the 2 live streams and everything else. So they are recording the keynote speech at the at Worlds on Thursday, and they are going to upload it as a premiere to YouTube. And so a few of us, I know DM Armada and myself, are going to be live streaming it. So around 7:15 on Thursday night, I'm going to go live from the convention center on my phone. I tested my lapel microphones today. They pick up audio from speakers very well, so it should be able to like come through, and you should be able to like hear everything very well. So I'm honestly very excited. Should be a really good time. So I know me and Steven are doing that. I'm sure there are other content creators that are doing that. So, if you have a favorite content creator, I would reach out to them and see if they're doing it so that you can watch and support them. But if they are not and you'd like to come hang out, I'd love to have you on Thursday night. We're going to be doing that. I have a couple of I have a fun video idea that I'm going to be trying to put together this weekend. Should be pretty cool to put together. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It requires me getting a lot of filming done on Thursday. and getting in at 4:30 is not going to make that easy. So I'm curious to see if we're able to get a lot of the filming that I want done on Thursday afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all comes together. I got high hopes for the weekend, both in the tournament and with content and stuff that's going on. So should be a good time. Sean, Dave, Fish, Steve, Simper, Carl, Bozen. What's going on, guys? I think it's a failure not streaming by LSS. They said there was logistical issues, and I'm going to like steal a little bit of like a mentality here from TCG Talk. He said that he was going to I can't remember the words he used, but he basically said that he was given like the benefit of the doubt, which I completely agree. Like I think we should. LSS has like really improved their like coverage game and everything they've been doing over the last year. So I have high hopes that they're gonna do something pretty impressive with like that. There's a good reason that they're not actually putting it all together for us and streaming on Thursday night. But nonetheless, I will be streaming for you. It's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. What time is the keynote Thursday? The keynote Thursday starts at 7:30 Eastern time. I'm going to go live about 15 minutes before it starts. So, how are you feeling about Ira? I'm thinking of building her a proper armory deck. Ira's got some rough matchups in the metagame right now, Amaze, but can definitely do some cool things. Like, Ira's not bad for sure. Any matchups I'm worrying about? In LL, I'm worried about Starvo. I'm currently 35% win rate. I did win both of my games I played into Starvo today going first. So I'm thinking that like I might try going first this weekend at Worlds to see how it feels. Just to like get a feel for it, because I didn't have a chance to play any Starvos at ProQuest season, but the ones that we played last night, we lost all. I went back and looked every game that we lost last night. There was 5 fuses, and I told you guys that it felt like 3 fuses or less over like 8 to 10 turns was where we needed to be. And they hit 5 fuses at minimum in all of our games, sometimes more. So I don't know. It's just tough. What matchups scare you the most in CC? What matchups scare me the most in CC? As far as like scare me the most, probably like Victor. Like Victor is like one that I want to dodge. Ironically, Mario is also a scary matchup. And then for as close as the Verdance matchup is, I mean, I like obviously I'll play it some, but it's very close. So I'm hoping to get a little lucky when it comes to some of my draws. Cinder does struggle into Ice Jarl, I agree. Simper, thank you so much for the kind words about doing well at Worlds. Went from friend to best friend the moment you announced the live stream. Oh, I am so excited that I get to live stream the keynote. Brian putting out that tweet like encouraging content creators to live stream the whole thing was awesome. I love that he put that together. Like he put that tweet out there for like encouraging us to like stream it and stuff. Like that's awesome. Admittedly, I'm going to be real with you guys. I was talking with Carly about this last night, and I was going to live stream it no matter what Thursday and ask for forgiveness instead of permission. But Brian tweeting that kind of like solidified the whole thing for me. So I hate doing them, but your stream will help a lot. You're going to be my entertainment while I do some dishes. Well, Fish, I'm glad I can help with the dishes. Jay, what's going on? I've been playing Kano as my ideal LL deck. I think Kano, like, I haven't seen Kano get too much popularity in LL, but who knows what we'll see at Worlds. Fab is a lifestyle at this point. Honestly, Amaze, it really is. Like, I mean, 2 or 3 times a year, Carly and I, like, use PTO from work to, like, travel and, like, see the world and do all these things. So, Flesh and Blood is turning into a lifestyle, which is not a bad thing. It's a fun lifestyle. What's going on, Jay? Kano is very good in LL. What's it struggle into right now? Was this a volunteer at a Fab L2P event? Learned to play event just recently, and now I'm considering learning for judge exams. I mean, Amaze, you should. The game's awesome. It's a lot of fun. And it's a great game to play. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it, thinking about getting into it. So anyway, yep. And the final recap video is tomorrow. Comes out at 12. If you're a member, it comes out early. And then Thursday, I have my Dark Horse video, like picks for Dark Horse decks at Worlds that I think have a chance to do well. That'll come out at lunchtime. and then we're gonna live stream that night. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. Starvo mostly, but only because he can super high roll. So I think that's kind of the thing is that if Starvo high rolls and rolls hot, there's not much you can do. There's not much anybody can do. If Starvo rolls hot, you're done for. I don't know that there's a deck that just truly beats Starvo if he does his thing. Have many decks enjoying the casual and competitive side of it? Hey, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. I'm super glad to hear that. Okay, so taking a look at the deck, there is only one change I have made from the last time we played Cindra. I cut a third pain in the backside. We have cut a third pain in the backside right here, and we have added in a 1 of yellow brand with Cinderclaw. So I don't know that yellow brand with Cinderclaw is actually going to be better than pain in the backside. We're going to see how it feels tonight. Having that fourth copy of Draconic ability could be very, very impactful. So I don't know. Like we'll see what happens, but I'm hopeful that yellow brand feels good tonight. If not, I will just go back to the third pain in the backside. There were multiple hands when we streamed Cindra last week where I drew like 4 non-draconic cards, and so I'm hoping that a small change may help with that. And the sideboard is still exactly the same. I haven't changed anything. The only change that I'm considering right now will be the yellow brand with Cinderclaw or the third pain in the backside. So that's really our only considerations for changes to the deck. Is Talishar back up? You're going to make me log in? Okay. Pulled it in. Pulled everything in. I know it went down earlier. I didn't know if it was still going to be down or not. So, all right. We got logged in and we got a game going. What is your take on yellow versus red brand here? I'm playing 3 red brands already, so I'm just sliding in a yellow brand so that we have an extra one. But I think reds are just strictly better in a deck that's trying to go as wide as possible. Why is my phone on Do Not Disturb? Oh, it's not on Do Not Disturb because it's before 7. I have it set up to go up at 7, but I went live an hour early tonight. Yo, Drew, thanks, dog. I appreciate that. Are you still planning on doing like a dinner meetup in Philly? Yes. Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Hard Rock Cafe. We're doing a dinner for anybody who wants to come and hang out. We're doing a dinner for anybody who wants to come and hang out. It's going to be a good time. I'm very excited. If you need details about that, you can find them in my Discord. I kind of like having multiple yellows as a way of getting of going dagger after 2 blocks. Yeah, it could be okay. Like sorting that out. I feel like that would probably, if I was going to do that, it would probably take the place of throw dagger. But I like throw dagger a lot. TBH. TBH. It does give a chance for mask if we had to block with multiple cards from our hand. Hopefully, we're not having to block that often, though. Hopefully, we are not having to block that often. I know a lot of people are already traveling for Worlds. I think a lot of people are like already there or on their way to Worlds right now. Because normally I would be leaving today to travel somewhere. Like when we go to Japan in April, Carly and I, our flight leaves like Tuesday afternoon at like 6 p.m. But you know it's in Philly, so my flight doesn't leave till like Thursday morning, which is great. Throw Dagger is the MVP. Agreed, very much so. What I mean is opponents blocking too, so I go dagger, and then threat. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm following. Like, you're saying people like to block chain link too, so you're able to threaten it again after that. That makes a lot of sense. Did I have a private game on or something? I thought I was... I mean, let's just jump into one of these games. Like, we might as well just, like, play a game. Get some reps going. This is actually the first time I've played this matchup since... This is actually the first time that I have played this matchup since I have cut Mask of the Pouncing Link. So I'm curious to see how this goes. We are going first, unfortunately. We want to be on Vincerikai, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yep. And then we are on Authority. We're on all 3 Art of the Dragon scales. We're on Authority. We're cutting Wrath of Retribution, and then we're on 2 Breaking Points, I'm pretty sure. Or no, we're on all 3 breaking points to make our 60 cut. Yep. That is what we're doing. Let's see. We are playing Florian, and we are going first. All right. So we have the ability to just like pass if we want to. We don't really get any daggers back here. We could try to leak some damage. I'm worried about letting them starting to decompose and stuff. So I think we're just going to go ahead and pass. And we'll just arsenal the snatch so that we have guaranteed go again in our hand and we have a chain ender set up in our arsenal. Wait, you guys are driving, Carl? How long is the drive for you guys? That's intense, dog. I cannot imagine making that drive. In fact, I don't think I would. No, I would for Worlds. I would for Worlds. Playing with books versus playing without books is a world of difference. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Kano's like a completely different hero when you have books. It's a 10-hour drive. I mean, I guess 10 hours is like actually not, well, I don't know. It was a 9-hour drive for me. And if I'm being real, a drive was never even on the table. It was always, it was always going to be a flight. Yeah, we'll just let this go. We have a pretty good hand. We'll just take 4. We need to try and get offensive here with our hand. Reaping Blade, they're going to go to 31. I'm curious to know how this plays out. This turn should be interesting. Ronin Renegade is a good rip. How are we going to get our daggers back, I guess is the question. I'd not considered this line of play here. All right, well, that completely hoses us. So I have no idea what we're supposed to do from here. This is not going to have go again. Pitch cut through to demonstrate devotion. And then we can't get our daggers back here. Hey, what's up, Trent? Pockets, what's going on, guys? Why is it not saving my dang settings? I hate that it like, yeah, enable streamer mode. Thank you. Yeah, this is awful. I think we're going to throw this and then we're going to activate Cindra. We won't this doesn't have go again. If we had a draconic chain link, I would more than happily pitch cut through for this and then empowerment into something else, but it just doesn't work. We have 0 draconic chain links. Like daggering, man, I don't know. Like we just needed them. Like this wasn't like well grounded, wasn't turned on, so I just needed them not to have a dagger effect, which does not feel like that crazy of an ask here. We are falling behind fast, though. Falling behind fast. Yeah, unfortunately, it was just weird there, Trent. I would have loved to have like had a better hand there, but you know, beggars and choosers. All right, we're gonna try and pull this together. Yep, they're gonna take 3, which is perfectly fine. I am more than content with just waiting. We'll flick the arcane dagger. It doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, we'll gain a resource. I don't want to arsenal in this matchup if I can help it, so we're just gonna try to. We're gonna try and force a couple of cards here. Defense reaction. Yeah. And then we're just gonna throw 5 here, just trying to get aggressive, and we'll buy back our daggers here. I'm coming from the mitten. What does that even mean? I'm so confused. Is that like where you're from? All right, so they probably have like a felling here, if I had to guess. That they have like a setup play they're looking to achieve. Yeah, we are in a bad spot. Being down in this matchup is not good. So we're gonna go brand. Curious to see if they block this. Michigan looks like a mitten. I don't think I've ever heard that before. I'm kind of intrigued that Michigan looks like a mitten. Interesting. Interesting. We use our hand as a map. That's so interesting. We'll see what we draw off the empowerment here. We are going to gain a resource when this hits. Fortunately, we've had to use 2 counters already, and it's turn 4. Wow. Blocking with Face Purgatory right there is such a W for us. We do not need the resource there, but like the Face Purgatory block is great. Just tell me when you want to lose to Dash IO. Dude, Sean, if you want to play a game, man, let's do it. I'm totally down to play a game. We'll get both of our daggers back. Keep trying to get a third card out of their hand, but we just can't do it. We are slowly catching them, and we just chew through like Damn, I needed that not to be here. I mean, I know it's been 5 turns and we've like not seen a felling yet, but like, man, I really needed to dodge a felling here. Like, are we just supposed to block 8? Is there any world we're supposed to put like demonstrate devotion on the bottom and then just block 8? Or block 7, I guess. I feel like we have to try and play offense here. Put this on the bottom. I mean, yeah, I think, man, we just have to. It feels so bad. I'd imagine the in-laws at Michigan live on top of the middle finger. That's so funny. I live on the wiener of the US. My God. What is this conversation like devolving into? Y'all are just like
lizard.
I don't think I'm supposed to crack the fealty token there. I don't really know what the game looks like us winning looks like here. Lizard Wizard? I'm okay with that. I'm curious to know if we'll get I mean, I'm gonna play it here. I need to see what we draw into. The fact that they have 4 cards in their hand is bad. Like we've just done nothing this game to take tempo. All of our hands have just sucked. Like that one hand put us so far behind. Like this hand, right? Like this first hand right here put us so far behind. Because I have such a bad hand, am I just supposed to like because my hand was not draconic, was I just supposed to like try and go like all in on the first turn of the game? Just like dive in with offense. Florida's like Michigan 2.0. So many people split time in Florida. The king of the gizzard variety. Yo, what? Is this like a thing from another game I'm not aware of? I would really, I mean, I think we're gonna have to like flick the claw here. We're not gonna be able to get it back, but I do want to flick the claw. And then we're just gonna pass. At least we have our starter in it for next turn. This hand is not great. Wow, this hand is bad. We are about to block 6 here. You're back on your cope? What happened? Why are you back on cope? Is an Australian rock band I'm a massive fan of? Huh, interesting. I think with cut through demonstrate, if your turn relied on it, you may have been a moment to flick yourself. Ooh, that's actually true. I think I don't do that enough. Maybe I don't flick the daggers at myself enough. Are you actually playing LL Gravy? Are you like actually playing LL Gravy? Just gonna gain a life and they're gonna arsenal an unknown card / E-strike. I mean, we know it's an E-strike because they played it, but it's unknown, I guess. I should do this first because gives them the illusion we may have something relevant. I mean, I can't flick this here. I just think having no daggers is so bad. So what did that turn look like if I flick myself? I would have went rabble. I should have just attacked with a cut through after that, flicked myself. And then I would have been able to play my 1 for 4. I would have actually had a pretty good turn. We're just going to block with the Art of the Dragon scale here. Okay. So we go to 10. They're not going to have an arsenal, but we're also not going to have a way to make that draconic. We're about to fall to 5 here. It's 3 days from Worlds, and I'm having an identity crisis. I should play Florian. I have the reps and the experience, but the RKO drug hits sometimes different the last few 2 weeks. I mean, I would tell you that you should stick with what you have reps into and what you've been playing. Like, honestly. Probably not what you want to hear, but that's what I would tell you to do. The crazy part is, like, even though we had such a bad hand because I made a bad play, we're still not out of this game. Like, there's still a world we could do this. Yep. That's perfectly fine. They're going to say no blocks. Oh, no, they are going to block 3. So We're going to flick ourselves. Gain a resource. We go to 4. They take nothing off of this, and then we're going to throw Breaking Point. That's what side events are for. I will roll Scabbies and sides after 5-3 drop day 1. LOL. Lost my top 8 match to a Cinder on Sunday. Nicholas, I'm sorry to hear that. There is no prevention floating. I'm assuming they're thinking. They just asked why the boots didn't prevent their flick, and I'm telling them that I flicked myself. Ampta may be going to Worlds now. Excited to see you out there if I do. Yo, man, that'd be awesome if you got to go. All the greats switched decks at the last moment. Trust me, I'm not one of the greats. LOL, Sarant. Wrapping up my work week before going home and packing up and squeezing in one more altar before traveling tomorrow. Martin, what's up, dude? I'm excited you're going to get to be there this weekend, man. So they have a D-React they want to Arsenal? Hmm. Like, do we block 5 and throw 7? Or am I supposed to go to 1? I think going to 1's incorrect, right? Mask is probably a fine block. We just get to go 3-3-4. We're still also technically at a point where I'm not required to keep the claw around. I don't know. This is an interesting, this is an interesting game. Going to 1 in at least lets them respect Mask more. Yeah, like if I'm worried about like Rubon Carapace, like, or any decompose on either on my turn or their turn kills us. Well, not on their turn necessarily, but on our turn for sure. Like a Rubon Carapace kills us. Get my first graded fab card too. Should I get gravy gold foil? Should I get gravy graded or cold foil heart of ice? Yo, that's an interesting choice. I mean, cold foil heart of ice is pretty cool. I think my heart of ice is rainbow foil. I mean, I don't like gravy buns, so I have a very like tainted opinion of this situation. Oh. Are we gonna leave the Claw of Inserikai in play? I think we are. I think I'm playing around having to prevent Arcane next turn. They don't sink a card, so it's probably just going to be like felling or something. Tilling is just as bad here. I mean, technically Tilling's not just as bad, but Tilling is bad. We're going to go to 2. and hope they draw a clunker. We're just going to Arsenal. Hope their hand's weird. Probably won't be. And there are Draconic cards in my deck somewhere. There are Draconic cards in my deck somewhere. I'm convinced of it. And then we're just dead to them keeping a blue next turn because we don't even have a way to get our daggers back. So we've seen 0 copies of Display Loyalty. I've seen 0 copies of Display Loyalty, 2 copies of the Display Demonstrate Devotion, and then I've seen 2 copies of Brand. Just been very odd to like. It feels like we've seen all of our Draconic cards this game, or non-Draconic cards. Yeah, it kind of feels that way, Chang. It kind of feels that way this game. I can't tell if it's like a bad beats feeling or if that's just how it feels, or if that's like actually how the game is played out. I totally sequenced that wrong. Yeah, I totally sequenced that wrong. Should have played that the other way around. I was just clicking and not thinking. It doesn't matter. We're dead. I'm gonna concede and save them the time of having to do it. So the play where we threatened 6 because I didn't flick myself. Okay. This was literally working earlier today. I was fixing. All right, so it's got to be when I'm live or something. Like, does this open over there too? All of it does. Is it because this is full screen? Is it because I'm live? What? What the fuck, OBS? Anyway, that was just a really weird game. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like we didn't really see like our hands were like a little weird at times. Yeah, so by the way, whatever like OBS is doing when it's opening my sources on my other screen, it's literally not doing that anytime I'm not live. So weird. All right, so we did lose. Had a play to flick myself early and extend the turn, but flicked up and they had shelter. Drew lots of non-draconic cards together and was forced into odd dagger spots that game. Excuse me. I feel like that's a pretty accurate breakdown of what happened that game. That was a very, very weird game. Am I sure they're in my deck? I hope so. I sure hope so, right? I sure hope I put them in there. Yeah, there's something about when I'm live that like it won't open. Open source projector. I can tell you that's not what I wanted. I don't want there to be a transition. I just... Okay, so there are no filters. And this is the properties. We're going to go second in this matchup. I think I have a thing for this one. I do not have one for this. All right, well, we're gonna do this one the same way. We're actually we're gonna do shelters, and we're gonna do Art of the Dragon Scale to try and get their equipment. Should we be on breaking point? No, they have a lot of D-reacts, right? Like we should just be, or they have some number of D-reacts. We should probably just be on scale. We can get their arm piece or their leg piece, which seems pretty important. Yeah, let's try it and see what happens. Katsu, and I am going second, which is kind of nice. According to the little intro thing, we're doing Cindra versus Cindra. You can burn a card with a match to make a fealty once per game. That would be interesting. My girlfriend likes your shirt. Well, James, thank you. Please tell your girlfriend I appreciate that. My wife bought it for me when... Where was she at when she bought this for me? I think she bought this for me on Amazon, if I remember correctly. I think it's where she bought it for me at. Yeah, I like the hot dog shirt. It's really fun. I'm kind of scared of keeping the snatch of the Burning Blade Dance because it is awkward. No. Sage. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Chill, pal. Chill. Oh, wow. And Legacy of Ikaru actually has text other than just like being a +1. Weird flex. Are you going to Katsu, dog? I got a Cindra's Daggers with Rotted Remains at my locals yesterday. That was dopamine. I believe that. I believe that, Foxy. Yo, Josh, I don't know what you're implying over there, pal. What is this? Just like, I mean, I get the sense we should take this and block the Enact Vengeance. Would have assumed they wanted to Arsenal something there, but we will take one. So they've leaked 5 points here on turn 0, which is pretty good for them. Like we're hanging on, we're living on a prayer, as my good friend Bon Jovi said. They probably won't block, but we are going to get aggressive here. Having the throw dagger means we can like extend our turn. Well, if they're going to block 3 to start this chain, I'm just going to start by playing throw dagger. That's fine with me. If they want to give up 3 cards to block out mask here, I'm fine with that. Oh. All right, we're gonna have to bounce back after that Florian game. No, we don't need a counter. We'll wait until we flick. That's fine with me. Hot on their heels. A tree, go again. It's me, the Florian. Jose, that was a good game. I should have flicked myself early when I had the throw dagger. Like that second turn of the game, I threatened 6 damage and it put you so far ahead. It put you so far ahead. I was in such a bad spot the rest of the game. I'm not a ninja player, but the theme of Edge of Autumn, Ira, is cool AF to me. Does the build have any legs? I mean, it feel like people have talked about playing it, and like it seems fine. Like I don't think it's bad per se. I just there's nothing that stands out that's like super impressive about it to me. There were a lot of people who like tested the build and like tried to make it work when it first came out, and it seemed okay. Like it seemed fine. They had to have a better hand than just blocking 3 cards, right? We're getting ready to evaluate whatever their hand was. Dishonor, Gust Wave. Maybe not, actually. We need the shelter. I think I'd rather just get aggressive here, right? I think I'd rather just pressure them. So somebody else suggested that to me, and I guess I'm failing to understand how attacking with the dagger does anything else for me. Like leading on Rabble, playing cut through, and then I mean, I guess since we have the empowerment in the hand, if we lead on the dagger and we do hit off of that, we gain a resource, but we weren't going to hit. So, I mean, like, it in the dark, it's maybe a better play. We're going to let this hit. I'm sorry. We're gonna let this be blocked out. Is what I was trying to say. If they want to block on chain link 2, that's fine with me. I'm able to go 5 wide here, so I'm just gonna let that happen, and then we're just gonna flick on chain link 4. You should draw starters. I mean, it's a good note. It's a good note. I'll make sure to write it down in my notebook for this weekend, Dave. Draw starters. It would be really funny. I've always wanted to have like one of those like, like sideboard guides where like I lay it down on the table as a joke. And it just say something like that, like draw more starters or something like that, like just to be funny. I always thought that would be like a good joke. I had one back in the day when I played Magic. I played Burn a lot, and so I used to leave it in my deck box. It was a running joke on the back of a deck list. It just said draw more lightning bolts. And I would lay it down on the table and like I would be flipping through my sideboard. I would go, and then I would start like just to like mess with like and most of my opponents like had a good fun with it. Draw starters goes right into the codex journal. Oh, absolutely. It's right here so that I can write it down too. I'm super prepared. I'm super prepared. Going up, up, up. It's gonna be golden. Weird. Look at these lack of draconic cards. Have I tried drawing better? I'll write that down right next to draw starters, Chang. I'll write that down right next to draw starters. We want to make sure we have that note in there. We're just going to play this as a D-react. Just blocking efficiently here seems fine. Cyborg Guide says dodge Kano. Stare your opponent in the eyes when they reveal it if they're on Kano. That would also be funny. That would also be funny. I mean, if they like Katsu into like a I don't know. What does it say? With vengeance in the name? So like if they search up something with vengeance, oh, they're popping links here. Oh, they're like going full combo here. Discard Be Like Water to get bonds. I mean, I guess that's what it's there for. Yeah, we'll take 4. That's what it's there for. And then they're gonna bonds into the 0 for 4. The real question we have to decide is it worth it? Oh no, they're gonna dishonor me. Ew. Raw face is just gross. No cards in hand, so we can just block 4 here. I think I'm more comfortable just going 4 and 4. Since the Scar Wraps is down, they're also not going to have a dagger for next turn. Ooh, Art of the Dragon Scale's fun. I mean, yeah, Lynx is gone, and we're both above 25. Like, normally you want your Lynx turn to be like a, put me, like, below 10 so that you can slowly close the game out if you need to. Now, I'm just going to attack for 8. There is no, like, mask threat in here. We know there's an Art of the Dragon Scale on top as, like, the floor of our turn. Oh, this hand's insane. This hand's insane. Yellow Bram with Cinder Claw. Huzzah. How does this hand look if we had a, I mean, if this wasn't Brand, if this was the 0 for 3, pain in the backside. Oh my god, I love this. Gonna be golden. I mean, I guess I could give it go again with Breezy here. like, which is fine. I'm hoping their hand's just clunky. Not a dagger, a sword. Listen here, Matt. He went for the thing? He did. It feels like their hand bricked a little bit, but I'm curious. Okay, they did not break Breezy, so their hand did brick. Well, we have a pretty good hand. Ka-chow. 2 big ones coming at you. Air Goodman coming at you. God, I love dodgeball. I feel like I ended up quoting that like almost every other stream now. Like it's so often. Woohoo! Suck failure, freaks. At Global Gym, we're better than you, and we know it. Sign up now. Do. Hey, tell Bell what's up. Also, Rose, I'm glad you're hanging out. How was getting Annabelle from the airport? I saw you guys literally just like in general, like trying to like coordinate that the other day. Oh, it was funny. I got pummeled by Katsu once, so I'm seeing 2 cards up had me sweating. You know, Donald, there's been multiple times when like I think Team Poland tried to play pummel Katsu in Baltimore. I think it was PT Baltimore, if I remember correctly. It's Newark. It sucks. Fair enough. Dave, that is like such a forgotten quote from that movie. What? Not together. Yeah, the only customer we have is that really weird, creepy guy who keeps asking Justin to watch his truck. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Since it's basically guaranteed that Gravy, Verdance, and Cindra will all get hit on the next BNR, what's 1 or 2 cards from each hero that you would ban to open up the triangle meta? So, Top It, I've said this before, and like I genuinely mean this. Yeah, we can play this and still have value. Hang on. Yeah, we're fine. So my pick for like things that I would get rid of are Wrath of Retribution, Red Rootbound Carapace, and Blue Swell. Or just like Swell in general. Like if they wanted to get rid of Blue Swell, that would be fine. I think if I was going to hit heroes, that's what I would hit. I feel like the Breeze Rider boots is probably more important than Crossstrap, right? Like I feel like without having the ability to just like go again nonsense. What is his hand? What is his hand? We drew the playset. I don't think Gravy is winning enough to warrant a ban right now. I mean, it's probably not winning enough to warrant a ban. We're getting so the problem with like Gravy's not winning enough to warrant a ban is because all of the good Gravy players won ProQuest week 1 and week 2. Gravy's about to be a big thing at Worlds. Like I am convinced. I am genuinely convinced Gravy is gonna be like up there at Worlds. It's gonna do well. That's true. With 3 fealty, this hand's fine, right? Crack a fealty cut through, flick, gain a resource, crack a fealty cut through, use the resource for wrath, attack, cut through, flick, get both of our daggers back, attack. I mean, I don't know how we don't win. We got to make them earn it, right? We got to make them earn it. Gravy and Cinder would both be real close to LL without the multiplier. Yeah, the multiplier is like slowing down a lot of things right now. Don't let my Jarl catch strays for Verdant's sins. Dog, Spartan, you have enough things that like block just fine without needing red Rootbound Carapace. In fact, I'm not even playing Rootbound in my version of Jarl, dog. Gravia Board State Hero does well at Worlds when it did okay in the season before. Sounds so familiar from last year. Doesn't it though, Dylan? Do you flick yourself? Actually, if we're high enough, we probably do flick ourselves. Just I needed to keep that. That was dumb. But yeah, I do probably flick myself. There's like some consideration to that. I'm assuming that this was. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. No, I don't. Ugh.
Show me what you got.
Prank him, John.
I'm just gonna start hitting soundboard buttons. So cut through, flick ourselves, crack ability, cut through, crack ability, cut through, crack ability, cut through, wrath, dagger, get our other dagger back, attack, flick, attack again. 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, flick 2. Not bad, right? I guess we don't get to flick a second time because we're gonna flick early. I don't even think Rebound is the issue. Light up her moon, then she doesn't really want. So I honestly think that I want Verdance to be able to do powerful things. So I think that saying that, like, I want Verdance to be able to do powerful things. Like, I want Verdance to be able to do powerful and cool things. But I think that we want to slow her down with Red Rubon Carapace. Am I supposed to just like block 3 and take this and then like not retrieve daggers here? I'm thinking about it, Dave. It would be 4, 4. We have to flick on this one. 4. Play this. Throw this. Flight path to throw this. Yeah, I guess we should. Does anything kill us? Razor doesn't kill us from here. So just taking this is fine. Really don't get behind the idea, the Rootbound ban. Verdance doesn't really care about getting online compared to Florian. Right. So I feel like if you take away a 0 for 4 D react against her, you're slowing her down. Like, one of the things that Verdance does well that she needs to do well on a high level is blocking. If you are taking away one of the cards that she uses to block 4 consistently with, then I think you're in a pretty good spot. She just runs Fate instead? I mean, yeah, sure. Like, if she does run Fate, like, that's fine because, like, she's not, like, it's still, like, not great for everybody else, but I'm convinced Red Rootbound Carapace would slow her down enough. We don't have to pitch one of the cut through. We're gonna flick ourselves here. What a weird hand. That was sorry, dog. I need to play against things that are not this. You were just working. Hang on. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Hang on. I gotta Google what that is. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I do not know why OBS is doing that to me. Like, does it open, like, Yeah, it opens everything over there. That's so obnoxious. Ugh, I hate that it does that. I hate that OBS is doing that. We got to win. Op went for early dishonor line. We blocked it out and threw 8 back. Closed it out with triple cut through late. Kept up blocking early to prevent mom. All right, let's see what we can dial up next. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys chilling. Yo, what's up, Damien? Listen, I need to play against. I need to play against decks that I'm like looking for Viscerai and Comp CC. LOL. I need to play against like I just don't want to run like if that was a Verdance and they wanted to rematch, I would have ran it back. This is a matchup I need to play some games into. I hate that they're going to get to go first. I'm pretty sure this is just Warmongers and Shelter, or maybe it's Warmongers and something else. I can't remember. I know it's Warmongers and something. Warmongers, not Shelter. Looks like Art of the Dragon Scale. No? Oh, we're on 3 breaking points. I haven't updated the guide completely yet because we're supposed to be on. I was on 1 Art of the Dragon Scale and 2 breaking points because that was what I was playing for a while. I was only playing 2 breaking points, but now that we're on 3 breaking points, we're just on 3 breaking points. And we're just gonna try to use Warmongers as a chain ender like we do against Gravy. Dash IO, and we are going second. Unfortunately, we'd like to go first, but yeah, the thing pops up incorrectly on the start page quite regularly. Kind of disappointing. Crank that so they can put Boom Grenade out with no crank. Oh. So we should block like this. I mean, this is Cindra with 36 life. That's kind of funny. Feels pretty accurate also, Damien. All right, so turn 0, they put 3 items into play. Activated abilities can't be activated. So they're going to target my Flick Knives until the end of its controller's next turn. Like, what are you picking here? I'm very curious to know what you're going to pick. Stasis Cell to name Flick Knives is kind of cool. Is this real life? I hope so. Quick, somebody slap me. We'll make sure this is real life. I told you guys, when I don't know what to say, I'm just going to start hitting the button. I don't really know what they're thinking about. Like, it's either Flight Path or Flick, right? This is a triggered ability. This is a triggered ability. This is an activated ability. I feel like I want to keep the Snatch, right? Like, we want to have a high impact chain ender. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool that Stasis Cell, like, basically gives them a turn of turning this off. It's really unfortunate that, like, oh man, this hand is just so weird. So I have to start the chain by going dagger, close the combat chain, and then go dagger, demonstrate devotion. I like this hand is so awkward. Yeah, I'm aware. I've been active for a minute. I've been inactive for a minute. Pitch to dagger. If it hits, come in with demonstrate devotion. Play Warmongers Diplomacy, Arsenal Snatch. Feels like the best line we have here. Oh my god, this hand's so bad. So I feel like the first thing that I'm seeing here is like the first line I saw was pitch blue for dagger dagger, demonstrate devotion, use demonstrate devotion, or use the fealty for snatch, and then crack this for go again into snatch. But it's just so weird. God, this hand's so bad. Okay. Well, it's pretty good. Our opponent is high rolling the living shit out of us right now. This hand's not bad. Take 10. Have I tried drawing better? I know, John. I just said I was going to write that down in my notes, and then we're like, I'm hoping this means we're getting all the garbage out of the way tonight. Because honestly, like last night playing Aurora, like those last 4 Starvo games we played, I drew terribly. I did not draw very well. Like multiple hands had double second strike in it. I will say for anybody who watched the stream last night, I played 2 Starvo games today playing Aurora, and I won both of them going first. I was also sideboarding very differently, so I think there is something to be said for like going first versus like sideboarding correctly. I was really hoping they would block. That would be awesome. This just sits in play, right? Until they want to use it to stop me from defending with something. That's fine. I'm actually really okay with this. Because we're going to go Brand, Art of the Dragon Blood into Demonstrate Devotion and then throw the Snatch. Yeah, this hand's actually insane. Like the last, like, so this is now the second out of the third game that we've played where I am drawing, like, I'm drawing a really clunky hand to start the game, and then I'm drawing straight gas. This is Mask if it hits. If they block this out, I will 110% use my fealty to throw Snatch so that we can give it go again, because it's on hit, draw 2 cards. Yeah, if they want to use Adaptive Plating to turn off Flick, like, that's fine. It's obnoxious, but it's fine. I'm assuming they're going to galvanize the cog. Is why they're doing it this way, but they could do it that way, Damien. You are correct. Would be very obnoxious if they did. Hey, Megado, what's up, buddy? We don't want a resource. Now we have to think, like, is the fealty token worth being able to attack with something else? Or should I just be content with just like arsenaling whatever I draw into? Because we forced them into a pretty weird spot, right? Like we might need this fealty next turn. The question is, if we don't use the fealty, are they just going to give it to us? Greed, my friend? I don't know. Greed is good. Yo, y'all are crazy. I don't know if I would or not here. I don't know if I would. My gut was leaning no. Like the downside is like if we do this and then we draw into like a hand that like has to have a fealty to have go again, we're in such a bad spot. I mean, we have our daggers, so like the odds of that are pretty low, but Fire Tenant Strike first, Rising Resentment Rabble. If I block with 2 cards, I have no way to threaten Mask next turn. So what if we block Art of the Dragon Blood and Fire Tenant Strike first? Because I think I want to deny them the Boom Grenade here. And then I can take whatever else they do, throw floor, flick one of my daggers, and then Arsenal Rising Resentment and set up. Is probably worth it. I'd never draw a hand that bad. If we let the heist hit, we're basically turning it into a 2-card 9. Okay. What are we naming is the question. Oh, they have to crank before they name something? Sure, that makes sense. Ancestral Empowerment? Okay, so they're just saying they don't want to get juiced. And they're just going to put Teklo Core into play and then shoot us for 2. Oh, no, they're going to draw. Okay. So 4, we are going to flick, and then we're going to Arsenal. What about my hot dog shirt, Dave? I think we just want to do this for value. We're not going to add a counter, and then we're just going to pass. Okay. We can't be pitched or played from hand. So we have one more turn of this being in play. This feels like a max V written all over it. It's very cool. It's hot dogs. It is hot dogs. And thank you, Dave. I appreciate the kind words. Carly bought it for me, I think on Amazon. I can't entirely remember where she bought it for me. Or do we just want to Arsenal this, or should we block this? We'll block something more impactful. But if you need to make a seasonal headband line. A seasonal headband line would be kind of cool. I thought it would be fun to like have a headband that just has like hot dogs on it, and like make that open to the public to buy. I thought that would be kind of cool. I mean, I have to show you my whole hand. Takes the empowerment. Ah! Undo. No. Would be so toxic. I would never do that to my opponent. What's my favorite hot dog? You mean like my favorite hot dog topping? Like the question I ask all the time? I was going to buy one with Control Chill 69. Listen, that's like my alter ego when I'm playing Jarl. That's 2 harpoons gone. Played one, boosted one away. My favorite hot dog topping? I mean, I like chili a lot. Now we need the blue. All right. So like, do we? So should there just be like thematic headbands? Should that be like a thing we're doing? We're just doing thematic headbands. So I can't activate flick knives this turn, which means I have to pitch pain in the backside to dagger. Feels so bad. It just feels so bad. Actually, did I want to do that? Yeah, I have to, right? We do not need a counter on here. And then it's going to be hot on their heels. And they'll give us a card here, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll give us a card. Yo, let's go. TCG Ted with the 5 gifted. Yo, let's go. Dude, Ted, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, dog. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing well. Ted, are you going to be in Philly? All right, we're going to buy back our daggers here, or our dagger, and then we're going to Arsenal Empowerment and set up. I mean, to be fair, this could be pretty good, right? We just have to be alive when we get back to our turn. If we're not going to be, we'll block with the Wrath. Like, we're already going to 9, and they're activating. They have a protocol. I think they've played an item off the top of their deck every single turn this game. Why did you block with the Ignite? Frazier, they took it from my hand. I didn't have an option. They took it from my hand. I did not have an option. Because in my head, I was thinking that I needed to be able to like use flick at first, and then like I should have just went 3/3/3 and not flicked. It would have just been more damage. Oh, cool. Well, you won't believe it. We're gonna block, basically because on hit we're freaking dead. Yep. So we had an AVPT of 10.4. We had one turn where we threatened more than 10 points. That's a low roll of all time if I've ever seen it. And like 17.25 over 2 turns, like over 5 turns is like good, but like nothing crazy. I mean, like their hands were fine. Like they didn't, I mean, I don't know. Their turn 0, they juiced pretty hard. They like actually put 3 items into play on turn 0. 10 on hit wild, or 10 on hit 6 is wild. I agree. Theirs was pretty good. Control Blizzard 69 would be your greatest enemy. I mean, listen, thematic headbands based on the hero we play. So here's the real question. If we play Rhinar, what is the like what are we doing if it's Rhinar, right? Like what are we doing? What's the name? It's gonna be green, obviously, but like what's the name if we play Rhinar, right? Like what's the name? Somebody hook me up with this. Op put 3 items into play on turn 0. I drew an almost unplayable hand for my first turn. Warmongers did almost nothing this game. It came after their setup turn, and they just attacked a bunch. There was a line. So that first hand that we had, I could have went pitch blue, dagger, dagger, demonstrate devotion into use the fealty for snatch, snap it, and then throw snatch again, and had no daggers left in play. I guess if my hand was going if my hand was going to be absolute dog shit like it was, then we should have done that. But I don't know that we can ever make that I don't know. I don't think that just blindly giving up both daggers is correct there. Maybe I'm supposed to. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to. Let's see. Against Dio, we do not want an Art of the Dragon scale. We want a third breaking point. Okay. Well, 1 and 2 is not an ideal start, but we're also kind of getting juiced tonight. We keep drawing hands that are so bad. Beast without 6/7, yo. Roll scab 6/9. Almost all calls against Cindra are really mid. Almost all calls. Oh, you talking about the empowerment turn? Yeah, the empowerment turn was really good for them. Kylie Minogue. I don't know I can't remember how you say her name. I can't. What's that song she sings that I like so much? She sings a couple of songs that I like. Because it's clubbing in '96. Amazing, Brian. Amazing. Eugene D96. That would be funny. Your nickname might have to be Orange because you are getting juiced. Rose, that's good. I like that. That's good. We are getting cooked tonight. We are getting absolutely cooked tonight. Let's see. While we're waiting on another game, I'm going to look something up because it's driving me crazy. How to open OBS sources on specific monitor. Here we go. To open an OBS source on a specific monitor, add a display capture source. No, I need to open... How to open an OBS source properties on specific monitor. Let's do this. To change which monitor I display... No, I need to know... All right, whatever. Google's clearly not going to help me. Going first in this matchup feels so bad. I always want to go second in this matchup if I can. All right, just kidding. We're not going to get a chance. Keynote's not being streamed by LSS. So Discreet, it's not being streamed on Thursday night by LSS because they said there was logistics issues with running 2 major streams. And so Brian Gottlieb actually put out a tweet encouraging content creators to stream it. So I am actually going to stream the Keynote Thursday night. I will be streaming the Keynote on Thursday. Green Glare 420. You know what green I'm talking about? Listen, I'm here for it. Do I want to enable chat? Sure. They're going to go first. I'm curious to know what they have to say. We're going to sideboard and then look at whatever they said. What? That's so weird. Do I have the looking for Starvo text on? I had that on earlier when I was testing, but I shouldn't have that on now. I have no idea what they're talking about. Must have saved from my LL games earlier. Thanks for letting me know. It's nice of them to let me know. I do appreciate it. All right, so we cut Wrath, 3 Art of the Dragon Scales, Authority, and we are on 2 breaking points. Oh, no, we're on 1 breaking point and 2 parched terrains. All right, so we're gonna run it like this. Apparently, we're playing against Cindra again. Who knew? Verdance, and we are going second, which is actually what we want to do. We want to go second in this matchup. Ethan only has so many cameras. That's fair. And I'll be photobombing the keynote. That's okay. Like, I expect nothing less. We're going to start by pitching Lava Burst. Well, I guess it depends. Do we want to throw the Art of the Dragon Scale here, or do we just want to throw Lava Burst? I feel like this makes them block more. So we have the ability to go pretty wide here if we pitch the Lava Burst. I mean, if they discard Shelter, we're going to cry ourselves to sleep, but we need this to hit both times. We are going to flick. I'm going to use the other resource here. I mean, it's awkward, but like, it's what we need to do, right? And then we're going to come in with a 1 for 4. Maybe your deck construction is an issue if you keep drawing bad hands. This is literally the only 2 games in the last 20 games I've had awkward draws with the deck. I feel like the deck has like really been performing well over the last like I don't know like couple of weeks, and like the changes that I've made have felt really clean. It's just tonight 2 of the 3 games we've played have been clunky as hell. So I don't think it's the deck because it's a very small sample size. All right, we're gonna get both of our daggers back here. And like honestly, even if it is, like I don't know what we would have like the only thing I've done is make changes to make the deck less powerful and more consistent. So I find it tough to think that that's it, to be honest. I'm doing my best to get these games out of the way now before we get to Worlds. That is 110% the goal here. We're gonna Arsenal the Parched Terrain because I have no problem like waiting till I draw blue or just like, you know, gotcha at instant speed kind of thing. I'm okay with either one of those options here. I like throwing Rising Resentment for 3 on Chainlink 2 because it does force them to like it. This is a card that like actually has like a relevant on hit effect. Okay. So that's pretty good for them. They prevent the flick, make a ponder, which means if they have something like a felling in hand, we're in a pretty weird spot. All these things assume my flight makes it to Philly. I mean, to be fair, I'm also living in a world where I'm assuming my flight makes it to Philly. If my flight doesn't make it to Philly, we're not streaming anything. I'm going to be piling into a car with some of my buddies and praying to God we make it on time. I mean, I think we're about to put Demonstrate Devotion on the bottom. And then we're going to go 3/3/3. I think we'll block here just to make him think a little bit. I like Parched Terrain, man. I'm a big fan of this card. Why would your flight not make it? Because in the US there have been government shutdown. There's been like the government's not shut down anymore, but there has been a government shutdown for the last like I don't know, it's been over a month. It's like 30 days or something crazy. And so now like I'm hoping things are coming back to normal and like my flights are not going to have any issues, but you just never know. What would be so funny. Burning Blade Dance could actually ironically end up posing us here. I mean, I have to take the damage. I'm just going to spend my last chess piece to get this back. It feels so bad, but All right, this hand's very good. You're the one I dream of. If they discard Shelter up front, it's going to feel really bad. We're just going to end up arsenaling the Throw Dagger. I'm hoping they don't have like a mental block or something. We're just going to hope this punches through. Wow, it does actually, huh? Interesting. Feel like we got pretty lucky there. There was a lot of hesitation from our opponent. Okay, so if this dagger had go again, we would literally never play Kunai. There'd be no reason to. I'm willing to just flick the Spell Void dagger here again. I want to keep Mask alive. Plus, Breaking Point's something that like actually could matter. Yeah, a lot of people that work in like the air traffic control towers are quitting. It's very sad. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys being here and chilling. If you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? So yeah, if you guys are here for the first time, or maybe you've been, a subscriber for a while or follower, and you're just now catching a live stream, love to get to know more about you guys. Also, if you are, oh, that's so good, juicing them right there, amazing. Also, if you are here for the first time, greatly appreciate it. You like, follow, subscribe, whatever those free buttons you have sitting in front of you, they go a long way to help me out. What? Like, holy clunkers, Batman. There are 11 finishers in our, there's 11 chain enders in our deck, and we just drew 3 of them in one hand. They want to discard this. That makes more sense. Yeah, so they discard Shelter. What is the most effective way to play this out? I think it's like this. Maybe I'm supposed to give this go again? I don't know. Am I supposed to flick there? Oh, this hand's so weird. Whoever mentioned a minute ago that, like, my deck might just be bad might be onto something. We're drawing all kinds of clunkers tonight. Like, follow, subscribe for better draws. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe I am supposed to throw the Art of the Dragon Scale there. I mean, they still ended up blocking with 2 cards. Do we want to Arsenal or get our daggers back? They have 1 card in hand. Like, arsenaling this is so good if we draw. I mean, we're gonna live on the edge. We're gonna live on the edge. Oh, I don't know how good please draw something good. So we're gonna throw we're gonna throw Ignite. We're gonna pitch Snatch to this. We're going to pitch snatch to get our daggers back. Oh, man. I know. People keep saying draw good, and I'm just not listening. You guys are doing your best. I mean, I just can't get out of my own way right now. I think we're going to flick them and hope there's no prevention. We've seen all the shelters, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've seen all the shelters in a mental block. I mean, there's 2 mental blocks left. Thankfully, that connected, so this is going to have go again. But if not, like, it would have been fine. We would have thrown 3 and then just passed the game, which would have felt kind of bad. All right, so that's going to be 5 Earth cards now. The Han Moon is falling fast. The Han Moon is indeed falling fast. Yes. Dude, Brian. That's such a good reference, dog. That is such an elite reference. Oh, man. Having just recently watched, like, I love that movie so much. It's so good. It's so good. 1, 2, 3. So we take 8, go to 18, and then we're going to pitch. Ugh. We pitch Demonstrate Devotion to Dagger, Hot on Their Heels, Blaze Headlong. So it ends up being 12. Why did they not decompose 3 Earth cards there? Weird. Fealty would be insane here. Agreed. We have not drawn hands that have enabled us to keep Fealty, and we were forced to give up all 3 of our chess counters very, very early on in the game. We're just trying to get aggressive and doing what we can here, I think. It'd bring the chance to draw 0 dud draws. The problem is that there's not 60 starters. Like, 60 starters is just not an option, unfortunately. It's just not a real thing. Doesn't exist. At least if there is a 60 starter deck, I don't know what it looks like, so. Okay. Getting that out of the way is, like, kind of fine, actually. Like, low-key, not that bad. Let's send this for 4. I mean, if that's the case, we would end up with what Rose is talking about. We would just be playing literal head jabs. They're going to fall to 14. Is this going to be a felling? Like, they're getting to that point in the game where, like, they're going to start drawing these things. So we can attack for 2 with this, or we can block 2. Ignite, Dagger, Fire Tenant, Strike first, Brand with Cinderclaw. I honestly think we're supposed to block. As weird as that is. So Maracuja, I am a firm believer that Arsling against Verdance is not a good play. I try to avoid Arsling at all costs. The only time I will Arsenal against Verdance is when they have 1 card in hand. I mean, if we looked and, like, all of their Plow Unders and all of their Command and Conquers were gone, which they're not, then I would probably consider. I would probably do it. Yeah, I very firmly believe that Arsenaling is bad in this matchup. It just leaves you open to getting blown out. They'll block here. And then we'll come in for 4. This has been one of those games where like Mask of Momentum has just not felt good because we've not been able to like pressure them in the right ways. Like our hands have been awkward. And like this is 110% one of those games where like Mopal would have just been better. Well, getting 2 cards out of their hand is good. They must have a real clunker. So they're going to Arsenal, and we're going to need to draw something that pressures very well here. With their Stonewall Gauntlet being open, we need to pitch Fire Tenant Strike first. Yo, let's go. Mello with 17 months of Prime support. Can't wait for Worlds. Yo, Mello, thank you so much for the 17 months over on Twitch. I appreciate it, dog. Means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pitch this to Dagger. 3, 3, 4. We just keep having to pitch to Dagger. Makes it so awkward. I'm going to throw this second because I want it to hit. Please win. This Verdance is a fraud. Why is this Verdance a fraud? It's a pretty steep accusation to make against somebody. I mean, I don't know this Verdance. They could be, but still pretty odd thing to say. Fabton chilling in the chat. Oh, he's my close friend? Oh, even better. Even better. It's your close friend. I need a refresh. Is it me? It is me. I'm the drama. 3 on hit flick, on hit mask. Like, we're already playing a deck that has a lot of consistency. So I'm just like, I don't know, like our ability to like brick tonight has been very impressive to me. And I don't mean that as a good thing. We are just like drawing nonsense. Well, Rubon Carapace from hand is good, but they probably have a Felling in Arsenal. I'm pretty sure they've only played 1 Felling. No, they played a Felling. Where the hell is it at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, like they had a lot of reds last hand, so they were just blocking efficiently. So I'm assuming they have a Felling in Arsenal and they kept a blue they're getting ready to throw at us. So we probably get 1 more turn. I mean, being at 7 with a blue means that if they draw a Meritus Scolding, we don't die on the spot. If they draw a Light Up the Leaves or a Burn Bear, we are just dead, though. Why don't you play Starvo? It is a Guardian like Victor, uses elements like Lightning as Aurora. It's the best deck and can give full casino aggro. I'm honestly, I don't want to play the Starvo mirror. Like the fusing back and forth, like nonsense mirror, just like the thought of it just like frustrates me, to be honest. Should we flick here? Like, am I supposed to throw dagger, or am I like, we're supposed to just lean into it, right? I assume. Like, we're in a situation where we're potentially losing. We just have to like dive in, right? I don't think we have a choice. And if we get stuffed here, then we get stuffed. Yeah, I mean, there's just... Actually, I'm supposed to respond to that, right? Yep. So I just need them to play it again. We're going to respond by flicking the dagger. So that we can push a point of damage through. And then they are preventing 2. And then we're going to come in for 4. Drawing to second parts terrain really sucks here. Well, so the problem with playing Flick and then playing Throw Dagger is that if the Flick goes through, the Throw Dagger is just a blue in our hand. And I think we needed the extra card. Like, I think we needed to go all in there. All right, the fact that Parts Terrain is one of our cards in our next hand sucks. Like, if we had been in a situation where, like, we had both daggers, I mean, am I supposed to go to 6 there? I don't think I'm supposed to go to 6, right? Like, I don't think that's correct. This is the last turn of Parts Terrain we get. Parts Terrain, Ravenous Rabble, Cut Through, Ancestral Empowerment is a hand of all time. Kalashar is not being our friend tonight. So they'll have one floating. I think we have to let this happen, right? Cut Through has been terrible tonight. Cut Through has, like, actually just been the worst all night. Yeah, we're just going to let this resolve. They're going to take nothing and stay at 4, make a Ponder token. We are going to go Cut Through. Like, how many fealty generators have we played tonight? And, like, in this game? We've played 2 cards that generate fealty tokens in a 12-turn game. So I don't, like, so Discreet, I don't want to try a different list. Like, I'm leaving for Worlds on Thursday. I want to play my list that I'm playing at Worlds because I think trying anything else is just incorrect. Like, what are we drawing right here? I guess we're just putting this in play. My God. We won't be able to keep the other parts terrain around, so we're just going to keep this one. Put Ignite on the bottom, block 8, throw 4. We don't really have another choice. I'm on 6. I'm on 6 fealty generators, which is like the most you can play. Demonstrate Devotion and Demonstrate Devotion and Display Loyalty are the only 6 that exist. You should pivot to Jarl. Yo. The Jarl pivot on Tuesday before Worlds is crazy work. Pivot to Lyeth? Oh, that's even crazier. That's even more diabolical. This would have just won, right? Actually, this is wrong. We're supposed to lead on this, but it doesn't matter. We're just dead. Literally any non-attack action. Yeah. I can't believe it took them this long to find it, honestly. So we had a turn where we threatened 9. Yeah, like we threatened 6 and 4 on our last 2 turns. This was a game we were doing pretty well in for a while, and then like the bricks are insane. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not changing my list. Like the list is not bad. Talishar has just decided we're getting the whole fist tonight, which is like fine. There's definitely been nights like this before. It's a little disappointing that the Talishar Shuffler has decided that I'm just going to get the long end of the schlong the last night of streaming before I leave for Worlds, but whatever. Not going to let it ruin my mood. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Game was going pretty well. And then we hit some brick hands. Last 2 hands did a total of 10 damage combined. Forced to use vest early. Forced to use entire vest early to get value out of hands. And so, you know, there is one thing I will say is like as like a metric of playing Cindra, I've kind of learned that depending on like what you draw, it will all right, so we're just going to like default game number here because it said that we were looking for Starvo. But I have noticed that like the default like the how many times you're forced to use vest in the first like 3 to 5 turns of the game should tell you how bad you're drawing. How hard can you even lose to a trounce? Yo. I agree. Better to have them here than in Philly. I mean, all right. I guess this is a matchup we might run into. The hell are they going first for? Why are they going first? Alarm bells are like popping off in my brain about this being fatigue. You're scaring me. We're gonna board like we do in the normal Dory and see what happens. Oh, they're on Dawnblade and they just wanted to go first? That's kind of weird. I don't know what would make you want to go first in like a racing matchup. Trying to hit Determination and Glistening, turn 1 high roll. Did I pick who went first or second? Did I really? I thought they picked. I mean, Iron Song Determination on turn 0 is pretty good. So they're guaranteed to get a counter here. Oh, I guess technically they don't have go again. Okay, so this is a very good start for them, I feel like. We're going to pitch Fire Tenant Strike first to Dagger. Display Loyalty, Flick, Cut Through, gain a resource, Breaking Point. I feel like this is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. How do you feel about the non-life gain aura? Made any difference? Yeah, if you're referring to the parched terrain, yeah, the parched terrain's been very, very impactful in the matchups I've needed it in. It's been very good against Verdance. It's been very, very good in that matchup. I have been debating playing one of. Just because like the second one can be like almost a little like redundant sometimes. Like drawing the second one feels super bad, but the first one is pretty good. Lizard. Play cut through flick and reactions to give it go again? I'm not sure what you mean. We have go again already because we hit with the dagger. Oh, wait. No, this is fine. We'll just go ahead and flick here. I needed to flick to gain a resource anyway. So thankfully they had something to do. The breaking point's not going to look nearly as good now because they've given up their arsenal, but still 1 for 5 on hit mask is pretty good. Card and bracers is the easiest block, I think. I mean, they could give like bracers, grains, and bolters here to just try and keep their hand, but you could have started with cut through. Yeah, but if they have a shelter in hand, then like our cut through does nothing. I would have been forced to flick myself to start the turn, and I don't think that's correct, right? Like I think we're supposed to like attack with the dagger there. I mean, like I get it; it doesn't feel great, but we're gonna take 7, see what happens here. Double Iron Song Pride, huh? Thanks, Taylor. I appreciate the piece of advice, dog. Taylor out here telling me what I talked about on the podcast, huh? Taylor, what a guy. What a guy. Actually, I think that's wrong. I think we're just supposed to take this. I could block with the breaking point if I want to like deny them the extra counter here. We have to block with 2 cards. The problem is that we're going to have a hand where we just like all in block with everything to like slow this down. And honestly, we might like with double like turn 0, turn 2 Iron Song Pride, we might already be too far behind. It may not matter. We should tell you what Taylor also told you on the podcast. Play Liath. Yo, chat, you guys are the best. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. S tier podcast, honestly, dude, I love the podcast. It's so much fun to just like goof off and hang out with Taylor and Sam and just like share my terrible opinions. Someone should fact check it live. I'm totally here for that. I actually think that's a phenomenal idea. Fact check the podcast live. Taylor'd never be allowed to talk again. Oh, man. You do the sideboard joke, but when you pull out your sideboard, it says, should have played Liath. Oh, that would be great. That would be so funny for anybody that plays me that knows my content. That would actually be hilarious. I think I'm not going to gain a resource because this is mask. If they give this up, if they don't, we'll arsenal. If they block 2 cards here, we'll just arsenal breaking point or block with a card and equipment is what I meant. But like, we'll just arsenal breaking point here. We're not able to threaten mask, and I'd rather just set up a 5-card hand. It's coming in for 6 before anything ever happens. Like, do we block 2 cards, or do we just value block here? Like, I feel like if I'm going to value block, I need to value block the second chain link, right? Do we just block 10 and try to reset? What goes over the top of this? Pitch a blue into the yellow thing for route. They add 4 and take away a card, so I go back to 7 and they go up to 10, which means blocking with Flight Pad doesn't help anything. Twinning actually wouldn't even be that good here, right? Now twinning would be insane. I think that just loses us the game, right? Like, I think we just lose on the spot now. Oh, and they get to attack us again? Yeah, I'm not interested in playing this one out. Our opponent had an AVPT of 21.5 over 3 turns. I mean, I guess it was 3 turns, but yeah, that was... Our deck didn't even really juice us that game. Like, our opponent just, like, went crazy. There's no coming back from that. Let's see. Tack on another one here. Loss. Up had turn 0 counter aura into turn 1 counter aura. Blocked 10 on 6 with 2 cards in hand, and they had twinning to blow me out. Deck drew okay this game. Op had insane draws. Well, I think rough night would be putting it politely. Like right now, when I think about how I feel right now, there's a movie called Greedy it's called Greedy that has Michael J. Fox that I really like. And somebody looks at one of the main characters and he goes, "Oh, is that a surprise?" And he goes, "No, shitting a sailboat, that's a surprise." He goes, "This is a fucking catastrophe." Being 1-4 the night before, like my last night of testing before Worlds, is like wild. Also, somebody should clip that. That's true. We weren't building houses that game. We were not building houses that game. Like, the deck played better. We just got juiced. It's okay. We're going to turn it around with a puffin game right here. We're going to turn it around with a puffin game. All right. So we want to be on... three breaking points here and shelters. We treat this just like we do any other aggro matchup. Oh, we're playing against Verdance. That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know we were playing against Verdance. We are going second. All right, I'm gonna try and we're gonna try and lock in this game and try to get a W here. See if I can actually pull it together. Blue Goldwing Turbine. So we're gonna pitch Fire Tenant Strike first to Dagger. Actually, no, we pitch Fire Tenant Strike first to Dagger. Burning Blade Dance, Flick, Cut Through, Lava Burst. I think this is what we're doing. I'm rooting for the Puffin here. That's okay, Pyronic. That's okay. I understand. I understand. 1 in 5 incoming, you jinxed it. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching, but it can't get much worse than here. I do not believe that we can jinx anything from here. We've had 1 win and it was basically a gimme. Well, I was gonna Arsenal this. But now I'm worried they're on some weird pirate shit. No, Liam, it could not always be worse. I disagree with that. We're just gonna attack here. This is also not what I expected from Puffin. It's okay. We're dialing in. We're gonna try and get a win here. I mean, I've been trying. Like, I'm not saying that I haven't been trying. I hate when people say that shit. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna try." Like they haven't been fucking trying to win the whole time. Like I've been trying to win tonight. I'm just like, we're gonna like dial the hell in right now. I don't want to let them draw a card. I think blocking like this is fine to stop them from drawing a card, actually. The Pyro build may be a lot cooler, but it's significantly worse. In my opinion, anyway. I think you should go to more 5-card hands. So, we've played 2 matchups where I don't like playing 5-card hands. Like, I don't think arsenaling against Florian or Verdance is good. There is too many disruption pieces that you take off the board by... Should we flick here? Flick this, attack with this, attack, get a dagger back? I don't hate it. It forces them to attack with something else as well. By not arsenaling in those matchups, you are setting yourself up to take Plow Under, Command and Conquer off the table. It's the same thing as playing against like Gravy Bones. I'm a firm believer that you want to take as much value away from Conqueror of the High Seas as possible. I'm not letting you get a dagger. It's just not happening, dog. I would love to close the combat chain. Like right here, we're going to Arsenal Yellow Bram with Cinder Claw this turn. I mean, this is what it is. Not stopping this. I keep waiting for them to put the poly in play so we can kill it. If you never Arsenal, it's like getting hit by Plow Under every single turn. Sure. Except, like, I have more damage because instead of... So that's actually not entirely true. Like, I get what you're saying, John. But when I don't Arsenal, right, I am throwing a card at them on the turn before that I would never get value out of in that matchup. But instead, I'm getting value out of it by attacking with it. So, like, I hear what you're saying, but it's just not true. They block with a card. Makes sense. We'll flick here. Arsling versus Verdance and Florian is a trap if they have 2 or more cards. Like, yeah, no, 110%. If we are playing against a Florian and they go down to 1 card and have nothing in Arsenal or a Verdance, I will Arsenal every day of the week and twice on Sunday. The problem is that good Verdance and Florian players won't go down that low. They are on such an interesting deck. So things lose this ability. So my hand is still brand. Like they can gain it, they just lose it. So it would be 2, 4, 3, 3. I'm sorry, 3, 5. Flick Arsenal this. I think that's fine. It's that or we're just like blocking 6, but we get to go 2, 4, 3, 5. An Arsenal of 3. I think this is better than doing nothing else. Blizzard. Blizzard.
Blizzard. Blizzard.
We just need to get one that says Blizzard over and over again. So this is not Draconic, which is fine. This is Draconic and has Go again. If Erase Face said loses and cannot gain, that would be crazy. It's worth mentioning that if they have the Sunken Treasure here, we're in a really bad spot. Because even if we do pitch our cards to activate Cindra, we can't retrieve daggers because they've lost their type in the graveyard this turn. So Sunken Treasure just gets our kunai here. Okay. It's also very possible for them to be on Arsenal Disruption here. Like, it's very, very plausible that they're playing something like Command and Conquer. With the way that their deck is playing. Yikes, what is this hand? Very interesting hand. Sky Scammer and Backspin Thrust play so well together. I mean, I guess we could block 4 if we wanted to here. I think I want to keep this to, like, play a better hand. They have 1 cog. God, like, letting this hit is just so freaking bad. But our hand, like, blocking with 2 cards, like, our hand is just unplayable. We have drawn, like, if you look back at our hand so far this game, look at how many Draconic cards are over here. There are 2 cards that are not Draconic right there. And then we draw 3 in one hand. This is what I mean by, like, the shuffler algorithm just gets you sometimes. I mean, I guess I can block here. And we can go... I mean, for fuck's sake, this is so bad. If they're not going to Arsenal, we might as well block this. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, we're going to have to pitch to Dagger here. We're going to have to pitch to Dagger here. The question is, do I want to pitch Pain in the Backside or do I want to pitch Shelter? I mean, I'm blocking 8 by blocking this. I guess so. Our turn's not great, but we're going to kill Polly, gain a resource, attack them with the Display Loyalty, and then we're going to go upstairs with the Cut Through. We have to have the resource to be able to get our daggers back here, sadly. Maybe Pain in the Backside and 3 Cut Through aren't it. You need more Draconic stuff. So, I mean, we can talk about this after this because it is a very interesting question, right? Like, how many Draconic cards are you supposed to play? The problem is that, like, there's not really a lot of Draconic cards we're not playing. that like they just don't also do the job that we need them to do. Yep. All right. We're down 3 and they have 2 cards in hand. We need a good one, please. This hand's good. I mean, if we did that taco, we're not blocking, which scares me. Yeah, I'm gonna take 4. I think we have to have this hand to pressure. I think we have to have this hand to pressure them. All right, so we're gonna go to 6, and they're gonna set up a little bit here. We're gonna lead on Ronin Renegade. I was like, I would love for you to block here. Full transparency, I'd love for them to block both chain links. Because the snatch is just twice as punishing. So we're gonna play empowerment and just come over the top here. Well, that's pretty good. So we're gonna crack Fealty. We're gonna throw snatch. We have no reason to do anything here. If they're gonna let this hit, they're gonna let it hit. Let's see how they opt. They opt a card at the top. We're gonna flick a dagger. No, we're not gonna gain a resource, and we are gonna give this go again. We technically could have waited till the damage step, but there's no reason to. And then this is 4 on hit, draw 2 cards. We don't have a way to give this go again, so it's not as impactful. But if our opponent does just block 2 cards, that's good for us. If they go to 6 and try to close the game out, we might be in a tough spot. Oh, it did have Draconic already. Yeah. Maybe we're not drawing as bad as I think we are, and I'm just like playing like dog shit tonight. That's also an option. I can think of at least 2 or 3 turns where I've missed sequence and just made mistakes. And this turn's a great example. So I definitely should have like saved the fealty for something else. We're gonna get our dagger back. We're gonna Arsenal Fire Tenant Strike first. Okay. I'm on tilt? I don't really feel like I'm on tilt. Like, I don't feel upset. I mean, if I'm playing poorly tonight, then I'm playing poorly tonight, you know? I mean, I feel like my draws have been pretty bad tonight. Like, I would argue that like my draws have been pretty bad tonight. That doesn't mean I'm not contributing to the problem by playing poorly. This is a very interesting block. They have no resources floating. If I block Art of the Dragon, Blood, and Pain in the Backside, and Mask, I have the ability to go Dagger, Dagger, Fire Tenant Strike first, Demonstrate Devotion. By blocking 7, I am forcing them to only deal 1 damage to me. And then they can gun me for 3. If they have a backspin thrust, it's going to feel pretty bad. I think Talishar makes you bad in some aspects of the game and better in some. Expand on that, Cody. What if we block 5? What does blocking 5 look like? We would essentially take 3, and then gun would be for 3, which means it forces another card. So do we block like this and mask and then go from there? And we can block accordingly after that? I don't know why you just make it 7. You have 3 action points. Like, what could you possibly want with go again? So take 3, go to 1, and then we give pain in the backside and chest piece on the gun. This is a once per turn thing. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't attack for 1 more. Oh, you'd block 6 or 7? Like 6, 7? I bet you would. I bet you would. Yeah, they could have pushed 1 more point of damage there and not been hindered at all by their turn. I don't understand. Is there a world where we block here and we go 3, 3, 5? Is that better? Have we seen a shelter? Like, they're on D-React, so I'm kind of just like, what are they playing anyway? If I block Throw Dagger, I get to go 3, 3, flick in a resource 5. I do not make a fealty token. So I get to throw 11. 12 if you count the flick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. It is 1 more point to keep this. We're going to try it and see what happens. I mean, 11 is like what? 3 cards out of their hand? Oh, man. I think decision making is quicker and suboptimal. I think pitch stacking is harder to do on Teleshar. I think the people who learn the most are people interested in wizards. Seeing all layers is nice. Okay. Did they have to tap a cog in resolution so they could untap? I think that could be why. Well, well no, they could use all 3. They had 4 in play, and then they would have untapped the cogs. Like I don't think there's a reason. I don't really think there. I think like Nicholas, like I think it was just strictly better to go upstairs for 1 more point. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it just feels like it was strictly better. Pain first versus pain second doesn't really matter, right? It was definitely a mistake. They just missed one. It looked like it. I mean, pain first versus pain second doesn't really matter. Fire Tenant Strike first sticks through the rest of the turn. We have to flick here no matter what. Okay. Are they going to put a card on the bottom? They do not. And then you are forced to give me a card here. I guess technically you could give me Tunic and go to 1. All right, well, them being forced to block 6 might get us there. They're not going to have any cogs, so they can't attack us. I feel like this hand is a great, like, why? We are at 1, so I think we should technically Arsenal the Shelter. kind of feels like these have been the hands all night, to be honest. I don't know. Like, it just feels like this is how we're drawing tonight. The classic 2-card 7. Waiting on our opponent to decide how to block here. We are going to flick and then pitch empowerment to get our daggers back. You're going to block with a card and tunic. Block 4, take 1, go to 3, and then flick. I mean, you can't block with just tunic if that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, the flick makes it 7 here, technically, Gavin. It is 6 physical damage, but the flick makes it 7. Oh, so it's a D-react? Sure. I mean, they're probably just sitting over there waiting on something. Like, I'm imagining they're sitting there thinking, like, what do they have? What do they have? Like, and I get it. That's what they should be doing as a player. They should be trying to figure out, like, they're sitting over there going, like, what do I lose to? And that's a very smart thing to do. Unfortunately, like, we had a terrible hand. Can you play it and then pitch the card you draw for +1? Like, we can't play either of the empowerments. We didn't have a ninja attack in our hand. 6/7. So block 7, 3, 4, 4. They have to untap a cog, so there's no way for them to buff this. This is just 7. Parceling the Shelter really panned out well for us right there, because if not, that would have been an easy 3 cards out of our hand. Okay, so they get to tap Pinion Sentry to make an extra thing, which is like fine. This should theoretically be a turn that puts us in the driver's seat, because they're getting ready to go to 2. Like, as long as we don't draw another, like, complete brick like we did a minute ago, we're fine. I mean, if they have a D-react, they have a D-react. I'm not going to do anything because they're dead if they don't do something. Oh, okay. They just actually had 2 copper cogs in hand. All right. Well, we just had to scrap for every point in a 10-turn game against a Puffin. Yeah. Sorry, dog. I think, all right, man, I don't know. Like, hard to read on the phones. No worries, Nicholas. No worries, Nicholas, at all. Well, I have to say, tonight's been a night of nights. Tonight has been a night of nights. We did get a win. Got into a good position late, and then drew a hand of Breaking Point, Double Empowerment, and Shelter. Deck is fighting me every step of the way tonight. Okay, 2 and 4 was not how I envisioned the stream. Like, that was just, like, not what I thought of. Yo, what happened? Tacos, I see a lot of your messages are restricted for some reason. What are you trying to say in chat, dog? Jarl season? I don't know. I like Cinder quite a bit. The best Puffin. To be fair, that Puffin does better into Cindra. It is the only better matchup for Pirate. Oh, really? Interesting. Need a Fatigue Betsy matchup to bring your spirits up? Thanks, Dave. You guys are always looking out for me. Aren't you guys the best? So, talking, like, let's walk through this really quick here, just so, like, everybody can understand, like, how silly it feels. Is my headset still on? It is. There are 5 chain enders in our main deck. Like, we're playing Lava Burst and Snatch. Now, I know that Art of the Dragon Blood is like conditional go again, but so is Display Loyalty and Demonstrate Devotion. Like, I think a lot of these things are. I wasn't saying anything particular, although I had one thing where I completely typed it out wrong, so I just makes sense. Okay. Fair enough. No, I get that. Like, we are not on that many chain enders, and then in our sideboard, we have 6 chain enders that we bring in. So, in the matchup we just played, we brought in Shelters and Breaking Points. If you count Shelters as chain enders, we are on 11 chain enders max. Like, just max, which is like crazy. I don't know. Tonight was just one of those nights. It did not go well. Like, games were just not going our way. It was not coming together very well. So I don't know. This was not exactly what I had in mind. I'm not playing Oath of Loyalty. I've cut it from my deck entirely. I'm not playing Blood Runs Deep, and I'm not playing Oath of Loyalty. I was originally playing Oath of Loyalty where Pain in the Backside is, but I just don't. I don't know. It feels very awkward. Unfortunately, that is how the games go sometimes. And tonight, they just went that way. They just went that way. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the stream tonight. 2 and 4 is tough. 2 and 4 is not where I thought we were going to end up tonight, but I still feel very comfortable about all of my Worlds picks and what I'm playing, where I'm at. Like, I feel very comfortable with both of the decks. I'm still just working on some of the lists and stuff. Like, there's nothing to change. I've worked on all the lists. I feel comfortable. Like, I have matchup guides for everything. We have played through everything that we need, and we just had a rough night. I'm going to tell myself we got some bad draws out of the way before we actually go to Philly this weekend. Don't forget, if you're going to be in Philadelphia, make sure you come say hi. I'd love to meet you and hang out. If you're new to the channel, like, follow, subscribe, all those free things. I'd greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, Thursday night, I am going to be live streaming the keynote. So since LSS is not streaming it, we're going to be streaming it. So make sure you come hang out. It'll be a lot of fun to hang out with you guys while we live stream from the venue. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys chilling, and I will see y'all this weekend. Take it easy, guys.